What's going on, my beautiful people? This is certified life and relationship coach, Coach Court. In this video, we're going to be talking about monkey branching and how when your ex monkey branches into a new relationship, it is probably one of the most painful things that can happen to a person. But before we get into that, if you are part of the membership, make sure that the YouTube membership, make sure that you reach out to me for your monthly coaching. If you want coaching through Patreon, that outlet is there for you. And I also have the new course that's going to be released on Wednesday. That would be October 6th, what to say. So it's good to see everybody. Happy Sunday. I guess you can call this my Sunday sermon. I'm going to get on my soapbox right now because I understand when people are in a relationship with someone and you have like your little suspicions about, whether something's going on or not, and whether a person is dealing with another person while they're with you. Now, this is so common because so many people, they have a hard time being alone. The idea of being alone and being single for a while, you'll see this so often where they will start to line up a replacement for you before they even get out of the relationship with you. And it's the most painful thing in the world. But you know what? People they're going to do what they want to do. They can do what they want to do. Honestly, you can say whatever, like, karma's going to come back to get them. And it may, but then it may not. But you guys have to understand that when a person decides to leave your life, the way that they do it, it's purely up to them. Now, don't let this change who you are as a person, and don't let you become jaded and hardened, for love yourself. But there's going to be things you're going to be doing when a person monkey branches over, especially if you find out about it. You're going to be comparing yourself to them. You're going to be wondering why you weren't good enough and why they chose to be with somebody else. You're going to be self-reflecting on the relationship and wondering, was the relationship really important? Was it real? But don't do that to yourself. All right. Try not to obsess over the past and understand that everybody's built differently. We are all cut from a different cloth. And when people decide to move on, the way that they decide to move on, it's totally up to them. Good to see everybody here. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like this topic is an important topic. This is something that I'll be doing in the future as well. This is something that I'll be releasing videos on. I've done rebound relationships. I've done attachment styles. I'm a coach. I teach every facet of relationships, the dating, the inner relationship, the breakups, how to get exes back, all those different facets of the relationship, because this is what I do. I study this stuff so ridiculously, it's not even funny. But I understand, like, I'm here to empathize with you guys today. If you guys are familiar with monkey branching. Now, what monkey branching is, aren't familiar with it, what monkey branching is, it's when a person is in a relationship with someone and they're holding on to that branch. All right. They're holding on to that branch, but they decide to go somewhere else. Say they started to stray, their eyes started to wander, and they feel like, all right, this relationship isn't something that I want to be in long term. I can't be with them. For whatever reason, they don't see a future with you. So what they do is they'll grab onto another branch and they're holding on to that branch too. Now, they won't let go of you until they completely have this person solidified, which means that this person is meeting their needs emotionally, they're meeting their needs physically, sometimes even financially. I see that pretty often. Financially, they're meeting their needs too. So they won't let you go until they have made sure that this person is a good bet. So then they let go. And when they let go, I'm telling you, you see a whole different side of people. Like the person that you knew, the person that you felt like was your ride or die, they just become a stranger. And you're so confused. You're like, man, we've done so much. We've made so many memories together. I never thought that you'd be able to betray me this way. Now, I just posted a quote on my Instagram today too, which was the instant. All right, I'm gonna check it out real quick. Sorry. I want to make sure I'm right on this. When you let them convince you, this is why it's important that you have to not get yourself caught up in the love bombing. When people are telling you, oh, I love you so much, and you're my soulmate, you're my twin flame, don't get caught up in that terms yourself. Come to grasp with that on your own. So when you let them convince you that that they are your soulmate, you give them your soul, mate. That's exactly how it goes down. So you have to come to terms with yourself. Like, all right, this person, we have a lot in alignment, but don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them love bomb you into making you feel as if they are your soulmate, because you have to come to that terms yourself. And if somebody is trying to rush it and they're really trying to make you feel some type of way, be mindful. You know, you made it. What's up, Anita? Be mindful about it. You know, stay present. You know, don't get caught up in, because the dating world right now sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Dating in this modern age is really tough for people. There's so many people out here that are playing games. They are flaking on people. They're ghosting on people. And, you know, after a couple of weeks of talking to them, they just kind of, you know, the little meme. This is one of my favorite gifts is when a dude put up the peace sign and then he just fades out. It's one of my favorite ones. But that's usually how it goes. So I understand. Like, honestly, you know, if you think about how, because, you know, if you don't look at monkey branching as good or bad, you just look at it for what it is. Like, it is what it is. You actually can't get totally upset with them. Well, besides the fact that they didn't do it in a moral, I would say moral way. They don't want to get back out there and get into the dating scene again. So they say, you know what, I'm going to line up some type of replacement here so I don't have to deal with this heartbreak and the loneliness that comes along with breakups. But like I say all the time, I go back, I posted a couple videos ago, a couple days ago. If you don't take the time to heal after the relationship, you're going to repeat the same cycles over and over again. And there's so many people that do this till they die. Like, they'll go from relationships to relationships. They're just monkey branching. They're swinging like they're in a jungle or something. But those relationships always fail. And the person that always gets their heart broken the most is the person that got left behind, the person who got monkey branched from. And it sucks. Happened recently. Anthony, I know, brother. Anthony, I hear you. Hey, all thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. Yes, X told me he went on a date with someone else, then ended the relationship. So tacky and mean-spirited. You know, and it feels like, especially if the relationship was substantial and it was a substantial amount of time, which is more than like 6 months, a year, it hurts. Like it's like, wow, how can somebody that I felt like I knew, you know, to the core, just up and bounce like that and you know, replace you with somebody else, and they're doing things and saying things to each other that you used to do and say to each other. You're like, wow, was it artificial? Honestly, people who do it the most, narcissistic people, because they don't have empathy. They don't feel bad about what they do. They're thinking, right, it's all about me. It's all about what I want out of life. You know, your path is your path. You know, what was okay, so bogus. But I feel you. I'm watching from the UK. What's up, UK? Dating does suck. It's no fun. Like, it's, if you think about the back in the day, back in the 60s to 70s, they had it made. You know, they go to the corner store, see a cashier checking people out. Oh, you're cute. You want to go on a date? Go on a date. All right, we don't have time for all this nonsense. Let's just stick together. But it's not like that anymore. My ex tried to transition our relationship to friends before the breakup, so I expected to break up with an ultimatum so that there were not to be friends relationships, since I will not settle for that. Yeah, that happens. And that's when that happens. And when they're monkey branching too, they will put you in, all right, let's just take a break. Let's take a break from each other. I need some space. I need to figure out where my head's at and where I want to be. And then that's when they'll kind of start introducing that new character. The new player enters the arena. Like, all right, they start to entertain that. And while you're sitting there wondering, like, oh, he or she just needs some space. Like, I don't really, it is what it is. All right, I'll just give them that. That's when they're entertaining that person, trying to, you know, it's literally like they're training a new employee. for your job where you're about to get fired. So don't fall for the okie doke. And like I said, I don't know if you call monkey branching good or bad. I've seen videos where coaches say always monkey branch because it's going to prevent you from feeling that deep pain and suffering that you feel when you get out of a relationship and you're feeling that loneliness. So to me, it's not my cup of tea. It's not what I would do. I believe in karma. Things always come back around. It always come back and, slap you in the face. Like, hey, remember that one time? Yeah. This is all of that coming to fruition. All right. The other shoe has just dropped. It happened to me and my ex continue messaging me every day saying good morning, etc. And I found out I felt so used because they told me the reason that they didn't tell me was because they didn't want to lose me. And that is what they do too. Now, those same people that can't be alone, what they'll do is they'll keep you around, keep you as their emotional outlet, keep that bond with you until the other person gets strengthened. I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and I said, you know what monkey branching feels like? It feels like, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Avengers or whatever, but on the Avengers, when Falcon was jogging the track, and then Captain America kept running around and kept lapping him. So he's running like, man, I'm doing the best I can. But that one guy is always going to keep passing you because everything that you're trying to do, because that person is kind of checked out of your situation, your relationship, they're already seeing this person with starry eyes, like, oh, they're so much better than you. So you're like, well, what more can I do? And it. Like this, you guys have to understand. I was reading this book about like Eastern medicine and Eastern like philosophy. They said you have this instinct here, like your gut. It's like an emotion. Like you can feel things in your gut when something's about to happen. First off, women are good at it. Women are like phenomenal at it because they have this thing called women's intuition that is always accurate. It's like pretty much perfect. If they believe in it, if it's not anxiety running them, their gut instinct is going to be pretty spot on. I don't know how they do it, but men, we got to practice that a little bit more. We got to practice our gut instinct a little bit more. But there's an emotion there. Like if you're in a bad part of the neighborhood and you pull into like a drive-through and all of a sudden your stomach starts to churn a little bit, you're like, all right, I think I should leave this area because your gut instinct is telling you something's not right here. This is danger. And I say, when your heart and your mind and your gut all align and come into like alignment with each other, that's your truth. Like, if your mind's telling you, your heart's telling you, your gut, like, hey, fellas, I think something's going on here. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, it's true. And that it's always true when you're starting to sense somebody pulling away from you. You're sensing that they're acting a little bit different, a little bit strange. They're doing things that they didn't normally do. They're in places and hanging with people that they didn't normally hang out with. That's your gut telling you like, yeah, something's not right here. You need to listen to me because something's about to happen. This is the calm before the storm. So when somebody's monkey branching, I guess the best advice I can give you is try not to compare yourself to the person that they monkey branching you to. They left you because they wanted to leave you. It doesn't mean that you're worth less. All right. Don't let that define how much the SMV, how much you have to bring to the SMV, because that's just who they are. And chances are they have come up in an environment that has conditioned them to think that this is normal and think that this is how relationships are supposed to be. Because a healthy person, what they would do is they'll take the time to be single, heal themselves, self-reflect on what they need to change about themselves before they go into the next relationship. Because really what they're doing is they're going to break that next person's heart too, because they're not even ready. And usually the person that got monkey branch too, if they successfully take somebody from you, something's up with them too. That means that they feel like they're not that adequate, because the person everybody that I know, they're like, on their purpose, and they feel like they're a high value person, they won't mess with somebody that's in a relationship. And if they do hear about it, they'll be like, yep, let me know when that person's gone. Let me know when they're out of the picture, because I'm not with that, And that's usually how it works. And then what happens is, I've seen it so many times where if they do successfully monkey branch that other person who they monkey branch to, they're going to become toxic. They're going to start thinking, all right, well, you did it to him, so why couldn't you do it to me? So they're going to get jealous and insecure too. Or their spidey senses or their gut instinct is going to start telling them something. So don't take it personal. I know it's hard, because when you're in a situation, you're like, it's kind of hard not to take it personal when I'm in it. Like they're doing this directly to me, but don't take it personal. All right. If that person fell in love with you at some point, then you were worthy at some point. But some people, they either get bored, life conditions change, or they just don't see a future with you anymore. So you're worthy. Go find the next person that's going to show you how worthy you are. We're all worthy of love. It is our birthright to have reciprocated love. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want coaching from me, all of those will be in the description below. Patreon, I have the new course that came out, and the YouTube membership. So you got all those avenues where you can reach out to me for coaching. I appreciate you. Love you guys as always. And I'll talk to you soon.